Hello and thank you for joining me today. Well, this is the Tuesday, July 23rd edition of our video devotionals. Thank you so much for joining us today and hope your Tuesday is going well. We got another beautiful day here in central North Carolina and hopefully everything is well where you're at. Well, we're going to jump right on into it today, and we've been doing pretty good about getting our videos about at the 5-minute mark, and that way say what we need to say and hopefully it's helpful, and then move on, right? We're going to be in Proverbs chapter 12 today, verse 25. Our theme this week is the theme surrounding words we say. Words we say. Proverbs has a lot to say about that. And the difficult part really is just trying to figure out which one I want to use. But I think today will be a good one for us. And that's Proverbs 12:25. Otherwise, thank you for watching. We appreciate all of you. And thank you for the interactions. I do want to say a special prayer for someone today who watches these videos on a faithful basis, and she lives in Indiana. She's having surgery today. In fact, right now might be in surgery. They're going to cement her spine. She's had just an array of health issues, and I pray that you would remember this dear lady. She's a friend of my wife's. They go back to school when Christy and her family lived there in Northwest Indiana. And her dad was attending Bible college, but this was one of Christy's classmates. And remember her today, if you will, okay? All right, notice Proverbs 12:25. It says this: heaviness in the heart of man maketh it stoop, but a good word maketh it glad. Have you ever seen somebody that's just, they're down and almost literally their whole physique just kind of screams depressed or sad, despondent, whatever the word might be? The Bible says there, heaviness in the heart of man maketh it stoop. Now, heaviness there, that can come from a lot of things, right? The burdens that we carry. Imagine family members that have other family members. We just mentioned this prayer request. Imagine the heaviness that comes when you have to watch your loved one who's sick and not well and really going through what heaviness can be. Financial burdens. It could be, perhaps, it could even be, let's say, persecution, dealing with the things because you live a righteous life. There's heaviness there. It could be a lot of things, but the Bible says heaviness in the heart of man maketh it stoop. But notice this: but a good word maketh it glad. You know, here's the practical side of this. There's people you're going to meet today. Sometimes you don't see it on their face. Sometimes they don't tell you, but there are people out there that carry a lot of weight and you may not know it. And then, of course, there's people that do. There's people that are close to you. They'll confide in you and how heavy their heart is and how that they want prayer, or they really need some help. They need to talk to somebody. So notice this, it sounds so general here, but notice, but a good word maketh it glad. So how about today, to make sure we're helping everybody around us, we just, generally speaking, say a good word to everybody you might meet. Now, in some cases, you may not meet a lot of people because let's say you go to work and you work and you meet a few people along your path at work. In other words, you work with some folks, and certainly there's a group of people. And then you may go out to lunch, or before you get to work, you may stop by someplace to get you some breakfast. You may get you some gas. What I'm saying is, anywhere you might interact with somebody after work, you may stop by the grocery store, get your supper or your dinner for tonight, and you're in line or you're passing somebody, you're looking at the same thing on the shelf that another person is, and you might just chit-chat there for a moment and say a good word, because you never know when somebody just has a heavy heart and they're just down. But the Bible, here's the great truth: a good word maketh it glad. So let's make some glad hearts today. How about that? And certainly speaking about the Lord's going to make it glad. And if that doesn't make them glad, then there may be something about what you say is going to plant a seed. So then in the future, maybe nearby in their life, that things may get right with them. They might get saved. Things may turn around and all of that. I'll pass something along with you here. My wife was speaking to somebody, I think another pastor's wife, and she says, here's what we do before we say, grace at our meals when we're outside in public. She says that they say to the waitress or the waiter, whoever it might be, we're getting ready to pray for our food. Is there anything we can pray for you about? And you'd be surprised what the response might be. There's an idea, and you might can do that just out in the world somewhere. And so the point is, let's take this truth here: a good word maketh it glad. All right, we're going to stop right there. Hope you have a great day, safe day, healthy day. Hopefully this has been a good word for you. And if your heart's heavy, maybe it's going to be lighten a little bit and it's glad. Thank you for watching.